Hi, so today we're going to discuss about quadratic inequalities. Now take note that, let's say for example, if you have an x is greater than y and we multiply both sides of your inequality by a negative number, let's say -2, right? Remember that when we multiply the inequality by a negative number, this will result to -2x. What happens to the inequality symbol will be reversed. So instead of greater than, it will become less than. Okay? And also, if we are going to divide both sides of the inequality by a negative number as well, so the result will be the inequality symbol will be reversed. So this is -2x is greater than or equal to -2y. So don't forget about this property of inequalities. Okay, so let's say for example, you are given by this inequality 2x squared is greater than or equal to 15 minus x. So the very first thing that we need to do is to make sure that the right side of your inequality will be 0. So what will happen is we transfer your terms at the right side of the inequality. So that will become x minus 15, right, is greater than or equal to 0. Correct? And what will happen next is, so we will check whether this is factorable. Minus 5, right? So that will give us 2x squared plus x minus 15. So as you can see, right, these two factors will be equal to 0 for x is equal to 5 over 2 and for x is equal to -3. So these are the roots of your inequality. So the next thing that we need to do is to graph. Remember, the graph of your quadratic is a parabola based on the previous video. So we have the roots of your equation, which are -3 and +5 over 2. And as you can see here, right, the value of A, let me highlight it, the value of A is positive. So that means it will be opening upward. And of course, it will pass through at 5 over 2 and -3 because these are the roots of the equation. Okay, now take note that this is a greater than or equal to. So when we say greater than, that means it's above your x-axis. So the one below here is a negative value. So therefore, we will be taking only this portion of your graph because what we want is greater than or equal to 0. So therefore, the solution to your inequality will be, as you can see, this portion here. This means your x is less than -3. So x is less than or equal to, because of the equal sign here, -3, right? Or the other one is x, because this is greater than 5 over 2. So greater than or equal to 5 over 2. So this will be the solution to your inequality. All right. Now for question number 2. So you are given with x squared plus 4x is less than bracket 3 times bracket of x plus 2. Of course, what we need to do first is to simplify the one in the bracket. So we distribute 3 so that we can remove the bracket symbol. So plus 6. And as I mentioned earlier, make sure that the right side of your inequality is 0. So meaning we are going to transfer all the terms to the left side. So that will give us -3x minus 6 is less than 0. So this will become x squared plus x minus 6 is less than 0. And of course, this is factorable as x plus 3 bracket x minus 2 is less than 0. So that means the roots of your quadratic are -3, and x equals positive 2. So your graph will pass through at negative 3 and at positive 2. Now, take a look. The value of a here is 1, right? Which is positive. So that means it's a parabola opening upward and of course passes through again at the roots of your quadratic equation. So your inequality says it must be less than. So the only time it will be less than is below the x-axis. So this is the negative part. So that means we will be taking this portion only. And this region here only exists between negative 3 and positive 2, correct? So x is between negative 3 and positive 2. So since this one says less than only, so we don't include negative 3 and positive 2. So it will be just greater than negative 3 but less than positive